Hey, my name is Danica and today I have a tag video for you. The tag I'm doing is the Your Life in Books tag, and I wasn't tagged for it, but I was suggested to do it in my comments. So the first part is to select a book for each one of your initials. My initials are DLE, so for D I picked out a book I haven't read yet, which is I think most of these, and that's Dyke drama. Which I kind of got just for the title, and I'm actually really excited to read it because that's amazing. For L, I picked Lesbian Pulp Fiction, which I have read. It's excerpts from terrible, cheesy, sometimes okay lesbian pulp fiction books from the 50s and 60s, and it's a really good read. And lastly, for E, I picked Eat Your Heart Out, which is a lesbian zombie book that I loved. It's so funny. And it's a really quick read, and it's also kind of a Michelle Rodriguez fanfic. The next part of this tag is to count along your bookshelf up to your age and show the book that you got. I have several bookshelves, so my first one that I counted out was the Miseducation of Cameron Post, which I've already talked about several times, and on my second bookshelf I picked out Starship, Titanic by Douglas Adams and Terri Jones. I love the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series, so I picked up this one as well, and it's like a novelization of a video game that he did. I haven't really heard anything about it, and I'm not sure if it'll be any good, so I haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm still interested to see what it's like. The next question is a book on your shelves that is set in your home country or city. The closest one that I could find was Ivan E. Coyote's books. This one is Missed Her. And they're set kind of in northern and the west coast of Canada, and I live on the west coast, so that's pretty close. They're such beautiful stories. Ivan is one of my favorite authors, and this one I think is probably my favorite collection of theirs. Next is a book set somewhere you'd like to travel. I'm not really a traveler for the most part, so I actually picked Boy Meets Boy by David Levithan because even though I'm not even sure where this is set, just some high school in the US, is so cute. The whole school is so queer accepting. The cheerleaders ride in on motorcycles for every game, and the head quarterback is also a drag queen, and I would love to visit and see this kind of happy queer world. Next is a book that's your favorite color. My favorite color is yellow, and I picked another one I haven't read yet, but I'm looking forward to, and that's Christopher Moore's Lamb. It might be a little bit orange, but that's yellow enough for me. I've heard really good things about Christopher Moore, and I'm excited to read this one especially. So the next question is, what book did you have the most difficulty reading? I thought I would just pick from the books on my shelf. If I really had to struggle through a book, I probably wouldn't have kept it. So of the ones on my shelf, I thought the best choice was Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. And even though I really liked this book, it is so huge that it actually took me like a year to finish. I put it down for I think 6 months, and then I picked it up and just kept reading where I left off and really enjoyed it and finished the rest of it, but it definitely took some time to get through. And lastly, what book on your TBR pile will give you the most sense of accomplishment after you finish it? And I think for that one it's another giant book, and that is Chloe plus Olivia, edited by Lillian Faderman. It's this giant collection of lesbian literature from the 17th century to the present, and I've heard so many good things about this collection. It's kind of the standard introduction to lesbian literature through the ages, and I haven't read it yet. So not only will I be impressed with myself for reading this huge tome of a book, I will also be happy to finally feel like I'm catching up on the basics of lesbian literature. So that was the My Life in Books tag. If you haven't done this tag, definitely go ahead and do it. I don't think I'll be tagging anyone because I think most people have done it at this point, but if you want to, definitely do. And thanks for watching.